Hello, world. We want to welcome you back for another week, another episode of I Am Woke podcast. Y'all know I have a lot going on. But anyway, man, look, I know you like, whoa, what the hell going on? Hold on, it's just you. Uh, nah, y'all know whoa by now, man. I keep one in the chamber. Look, man. So if you tune into the Breaking Barriers podcast, it was last week. I'm getting them ready, whatever. We going down a production meeting, whatever. And I'm like, hold up. I know, Shawty. I know, Shawty. How y'all know? Oh, she following y'all there? Okay. So she not scared to get in front of a camera. She not scared to get in front of a mic. Last time I checked, she ain't scared to use her mouth. He's like, she talk that talk. So we're going to bring her on this show to talk that talk. We're going to introduce y'all to Miss C here tonight, man. Let me go ahead and bring her in here. What's
Hey
going on with you?
y'all.
Look at
Nothing
you.
much, nothing much, not much. How you doing?
Oh man, it's good to be here, man. I'm excited that we got you here for this week. How you doing? Matter of fact,
I'm doing great.
before you answer that, because that's actually part of the show. I just want to say thank you for being here tonight. Um, my counterparts could not make it, but man, I am one. I'm gonna hold it down for my people. Um, I am my brother and my sister's keeper. So Courtney, Derek,
Yeah.
we got you, man. Anyway, so giving a shout out real quick to BWNC Radio, Black No Chaser Radio. What's happening? Y'all make sure y'all get ready. Catch last week's episode is airing right now on BWNC Radio if you download that app. Also, man, some dope music going on there. Late night vibes are happening as the show wraps tonight. So, download the app, man. Get into it, man. Support your people. This episode will air on BWNC Radio as well tomorrow morning, 10 a.m. is going up. It's going up. Also, you can find the audio version of this anywhere you can find your audio podcasts. Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts. We out here. Stop playing acting like you don't know where to find us. We here. Ain't no excuses. Matter of fact, if you're tuning in tonight, hello Facebook, hello Twitter, hello YouTube. God damn it, like I said, we here. Ain't no excuses, right?
No, no excuses.
None. Now, let's get to the important part of the show. How the hell is you doing?
I'm doing good. I'm blessed and highly favored, honey.
Look at that. I like to hear that. I like to hear that, man. You know what? If they tuned into All Things Undone podcast earlier this evening, they had a conversation with people. They said people felt like when they say that they're not always being honest. Sometimes, man, it just ain't worth complaining about it, right?
What good that's gonna do for you? Mm,
None. I mean, I got too many
none.
partners of mine who is in the grave and in the jail. Um, We man, look, what's the young actor who just passed from the
Oh, from Euphoria.
yeah, from Euphoria. 25 years old,
Yeah.
man. He just buried his father last week. He gone this week. Apparently his family said it was just too much. Um Grief comes in many different forms. But I tell people, man, you don't know what somebody got going on. So when I think about everything I've been through, the biggest thing is I survived. And because I survived, it ain't done nothing but make me stronger. So no matter what the hell going on now, what I'm gonna complain for?
Exactly. And then a lot of folks don't really understand how much power it is behind what we say. So if you walk around here saying I'm broke, that's why your pocket's gonna be empty when you're trying to pay for something. You say, I'm not doing my best or whatever. So even if you don't feel it, you just say it until you do.
Everything for me is a right now. I ain't got it right now. I'm gonna get it though.
Facts.
That's how I feel. I'm gonna get it. But nah, man, it's good to see you here. It's good to be here. I will say, y'all gotta excuse me. I don't normally sound this raspy, but man, I had a late night ride back from Louisiana. What's happening? Um, but went down and celebrated with some family. My wife's grandmother celebrated her 90th birthday.
It's a
Came in the
blessing.
door like a big stepper. You feel me? Dressed in red from
Yeah.
head to toe, on our own, too moving. You know, Again, I would love for the good Lord to bless me to see 90. I ain't gonna know how
Trying
to
to
act
tell
either.
you.
So it was just good to be spend time with family, friends, loved ones. 4 a.m. Was back on the clock by 5 minutes to 9. Produced one show, and we here tonight to do this one. What complaints, man? I'm just happy to be busy.
Okay.
That's how I feel about it.
I
Now,
just need your energy.
you,
Period.
I ain't got no.
I just need that
Let me
energy.
say, your eyes sitting brighter than mine right now. Woo! But you know, I'm coming. I'm gonna give you what I got. That's what I does. But like I said, I appreciate you being here, man. We got a nice show here, man, and we got a big announcement. So for everybody tuning in tonight, first things first, let me make sure y'all understand something. Don't come in here just people watching and just like we love to engage with our folks. So you see that comment spot over there? I need you to go ahead and drop down there. Anything we discussed tonight, if you have any questions, any concerns, if you got your 2 cents you want to drop, you need to drop it in those comments. Like I said, man, we love to engage with our people, our audience. Make sure you are liking and sharing and following the I Am Woe podcast on Facebook, on Twitter, on YouTube. Also, make sure you are liking and following the I Am Woe media group to catch all of our shows. I said all of our shows. They don't feel me. They don't feel me. I
All
said
on.
all of our shows. You see my
Yeah.
people? Good Lord. Come on, man. Come on. That this is got I started just doing just like this with me and the cell phone. Just talking some thoughts out. 4 years ago, it was just me and the cell phone. Now I look like this. This is me. God is good. That's all I'm saying. I ain't gonna
All the
complain about
time.
not the other thing. And I ain't really had okay, it's one person. I said I I chased, I said, I'm Randy, she know. Randy, she know. I said, I'm gonna get Randy. Don't run for me, Randy. But nobody else. I ain't had to chase nobody. You know what I'm saying? When the good Lord puts something on you, man, it's your duty to carry out the mission. And if you carry it out, you do the work, they'll see the work in you. Now, that being said, let's push forward, man. Now we got the how the hell you doing's out the way. I want to inquire about something. I want to ask you something because I want to address something that I think we as a people, I think if we could do this, will probably make us just an amazing fucking people, like for real. Do you know what it means when I say the inability to look beyond yourself?
Yeah.
What you take from that when I say that?
It's crazy because I just said this earlier. You have selfish and then you have self centered. And when you like self centered, all you see is you. You can't see beyond what's right in front of you or what you have going on.
Mm.
And a lot of people have that going on.
And it's not always in a narcissistic kind of way, like just look at
Mm-mm.
me, woo, 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 woo. I got to be in front of the mirror. I got to be on the spotlight. It's not meant like that. It's sometimes people's pain
Yep.
can be front and center. And um, I think we need to do a better job of picking and choosing our moments to deal with that. If we could look beyond ourselves, because, okay, here's the thing. We only granted so many moments, so many memories in life. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes we as a people, when we get in our feelings, we get to dealing with certain things, can pick the worst fucking time to show our ass.
Naked ass. All of it.
All of it.
Yeah.
And you will rob someone else of their memory, their moment, because you felt this was the time to deal with your shit.
Okay.
There's a time and a place for everything. Someone else's moment, someone else's memory is not it. That's not your stage.
Mm-mm.
Have you experienced anything like that personally?
Of
Just
course. Of course.
and you ain't gotta drop no names,
Especially
but
with this, I mean, not too recent because of the fact that I changed what if you can't change the people around you, you have to change the people around you.
mhm.
But it has been times where it's just like, well, damn, I'm going through this. kind of mine comes from having that strong label attached to me. So people be like, she carrying that so well. Let me just me all the time. So I mean, and a lot of people just honestly don't have that lens for seeing beyond their own fuck shit. It'd be a whole lot of fuck shit that they have going on, and half the time, what they really experiencing be self-inflicted shit, like decisions they made, shit they done. And like you said, it's not necessarily narcissistic. We just have a lot of unhealed little children and grown up bodies walking around.
I love that you said it because okay, we have certain terms that we use here. Um, I know some people have watched a lot of these other podcasts and they like to generalize stuff and they say, but men do this and men do that. And men, don't do it. Don't do it. Uh, we refer to those as either fuckboys or adult males.
Mm-hmm.
What's an adult male? It's a male who's of adult age. Doesn't necessarily mean he grown.
Nope.
Well, can that be true? Because 18 is considered an adult. We know he's not grown, but if he's 35, you got to be grown, right? Not necessarily.
Nope.
Be honest with yourself. How many 35-year-olds might still be living at home with their mama,
Mm-hmm.
sitting
A
around
lot.
playing the PlayStation? I ain't trying to step on no toes, but you're not going to get me lumped in and confused with them and say that we the same. We did a show on that a
Mm-mm.
little while back. We are not the same. You feel me?
Facts. That's
What's happening, your
right.
people? Dominique, how you doing?
Hey,
Nice to
sis.
jump. You clapping, but you know what I'm saying? Like, hey, jump in these comments. I'm telling y'all, if y'all tuning in tonight, get active. Get active. That's what we
Right.
do over here, man. Um, but yeah, no, it's a thing, man, where I noticed that, like I said, we only get so many moments in life when tomorrow's promised to no one. So if we make it to a moment where we can be celebrated, whether it's an anniversary, whether it's a promotion, whether it's a retirement, whether it's a birthday, whatever it's a wedding, that is a
Mm-hmm.
person's moment and it is not yours to make it your stage to deal with your shit.
Facts. Like people
Don't,
proposing at people weddings and stuff.
yeah, they want to come. I, I ain't gonna lie, I hate that's the most goofiest thing to me. I know I've seen movies about it or whatever, but people wait to, some people love the whole, all right, you remember Different World,
Mm-hmm.
Dwayne and Whitley. I feel bad for old boy because I was like, first of all, you have no idea what you stepped into. This is some
Right.
some some love right here that God intended, and nobody was ever meant to become between them two ever. But y'all had every opportunity in the world to get it right.
Yeah,
And now that
before
man
that
got.
moment.
I'm pretty sure Byron's going to get therapy. That's
How they say, where's the therapy button? I need the therapy
you,
button.
you know what I'm saying. But that I'm like, some folks love that moment if they consider it romantic. I'm like, bro, that was somebody's wedding.
Mm-hmm.
That is too late. That
Yeah.
that's too late.
Facts.
For the
Like,
two people involved, it's not too late. For somebody on the outside, in the art, that's too late.
yes.
You
Need to
know,
be snatched up, snatched on up out of
get
there.
him now.
Exactly.
Nah,
Mm-mm.
but nah, man, I just feel like if we could learn to do things like that, life would be a lot better for us.
Right.
Um, there would be less misunderstandings. There would be less dead bodies. Because
Exactly.
some people like to get active at parties. Ain't nobody
Mm-hmm.
come here to die tonight. We came here to
Right.
celebrate and have a good time.
You could have
But
left
you
that at the door. Deal with that on your own
but you was
time.
prepared. You knew such and such might come through, and you remember he bumped into you in the hallway. Not actually did anything harmful to you.
Just bumped into you a
He
little
just
bit.
bumped into you. Now you got to let him know you ain't no punk.
Mm-hmm. And
I hear
because
you,
you
man.
unhealed and you're triggered,
You
you
gonna
want to
be a
sit
trigger.
here. Right. Exactly.
And now we got babies out here 16, 17, 18 going to the hospital. Some of them going to the morgue because you picked this moment. The
Mm-hmm.
moment to celebrate, to deal with your shit.
To show your ass.
That's why I said, man, if we could really just do
Of
a
taking
having better
other
timing.
people into consideration. Take other things into
Ooh, say it.
consideration.
That's it. Take other folks,
It all comes down to consideration, and a lot of
but
people just can't.
you got to be able to look beyond yourself. And that's just
Mm-hmm.
where it sums up at right there. Look beyond, be able to see beyond yourself, no matter what the moment is. I don't care if it's a friend, a baby daddy, a baby mama, a co-worker. Pay attention to your surroundings. Is this the time or the place?
Is this the time? Does this space have enough room for my fuck shit right now?
Mm,
If the answer is no,
this place ain't big enough. I ain't even gonna
nope.
worry about it.
Mm-mm.
It's
That's
me
not
and
the
Jim
type of
Brown
space
tear
you
this
want.
motherfucker down right now. You feel me? Like, I ain't even gonna worry about it.
Exactly.
I'll say, anytime I'm telling you, bro, you hear that thing go, mm-mm,
Mm-hmm.
mm-mm, back up.
That's why I'm just not. I wouldn't. That's why I'm not gonna go. I'm just not gonna be there to begin with.
You too hot. Anyway, man, let's push off from here, man. Um, see what you got going on with you now, man.
Same old. You met me a long time ago and whatnot. I done evolved, taking care of
Okay.
the kids, taking care of business, standing on
Business.
business.
Elaborate on the business.
I mean, I'm a graphic designer,
Okay.
spiritual advisor, got a
Okay.
cleaning business. Letting God do what He needs to do through me, what He was,
Oh,
what He created me to do.
oh, I like this. Look at, you know what they call it, right?
What they call it?
You don't know what they call it?
I call it pushing purpose, but.
They call it a hustler.
Oh, you see the shirt, Mother Hustler.
I see. Now I get to see that now. But that's, you just defined
Yup,
yourself. Nah, man. But
yup.
I want to take the time to acknowledge things like that because I know women like you, women like Cole, who couldn't be here tonight, man. I know Randy, man. Matter of fact, shit, all of IMO Media Group, our women are hustlers. Like they go and they get
Hmm.
it by any means necessary, whatever it takes to get the job done. And most have children. You feel me? And that's not oh, I got kids, I can't. No, it's I got kids. That's why I gotta do
Yep, that's
it.
why I need to do what I gotta do.
I love it. I love it. Look at that. Sister to sister love. That's what's up right there.
Yeah, sisterhood. That's my sis right
But no,
there.
I just want to give a moment, man, just to give women like you and other women who just out here doing it, flourishing, stepping up, handling your business, you know, all the flowers in the world, you know.
Thank you, thank you.
I know the situations may not have been ideal to create such a, I know someone said they like to say it's masculine energy. And you just doing what the hell you gotta do.
Gotta do.
That's it.
I know how to be soft when it's time to be soft.
Who we got? Miss Gwen Spencer.
Thank you. Oh, we in Canada. Gwen in Canada. We done reached Canada tonight.
Oh, look here. Flex on them. Flex on. Put it on your TV. We up here. I'm telling you, put it on your TV.
Hmm.
Let's go. Bring your people in. Tune in.
Thank you, Gwen.
Listen, we going out with a bang tonight. Like I said, we this is gonna be ah all right, fuck it. Here we are. So for everybody tuning in, man, look, this is going to be the season finale for IMO Podcast. We will be returning in September. September 3rd will actually be our return date. Sunday night, 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Coming back lighting. I'm telling you, I'm Lil Wayne mode. For real. You feel me? Like we getting it. Um, but we got big things coming down the pipeline. But anyway, man, so I say, we just kind of need a break, man. School getting ready to start back. I do want to go ahead and give a shout out to the kids, man. Returning to school, those who already have returned to school, just know Uncle Woe has already said a prayer for you, man. And I definitely encourage those, I don't care who you believe in, take the time to pray for these children because even the schools aren't as safe as they used to be.
Mm-mm.
Um, and I'm tired of seeing it. My heart breaks when I see that. So take the time to stop and pray for these kids, pray for these teachers and administration, um, because you don't understand If you have not been in this business, I don't give a damn what your kid come back home and tell you about happens. That is from that 8-year-old's perspective. To him, the world is on fire when a teacher gets mad. Let it be. It's still 1 versus 25.
Right.
You feel? I got many teachers in my family. They are amazing teachers. I ain't even talking about them outside. I'm talking in the classroom. They are amazing teachers. You feel me? And they will put it on the line every single day for those kids.
Right.
He's calling me Uncle Walker.
Yeah.
Yo, Nat, what's happening, fam? Nat was down there with me, man. We was getting it in. Yeah. But anyway,
I would have
so
came and cut a rug. You tell me that.
man, you in Louisiana still?
Yes.
Where you at?
And Gonzalez. You know I'm not over there.
Okay. No.
But,
We was in Hammond. We was in Hammond. Stopped by
mhm.
Lee's. Shout out to the folks at Lee's. They gave me right. Let me tell you something. What you should not do is put a 1-pound burger on the menu and think my fat ass wasn't gonna order. I sure did. I didn't eat it all. I couldn't. I ain't gonna lie to you. I did though. I got it. But anyway, man, I had a great time. But no, for real, man, I just want to definitely make sure we take time, say a prayer, and bless and have a blessed and prosperous 2023, 2024 school
Of
year.
course.
Students, teachers, faculty, administration, all the above. Um, now that we got that out the way, all right. So let's have some fun. So I'm gonna hold it down for Cole. She had it was more of a dating conversation for the night. You feel me? Um,
Hmm.
let's see. We got peace and blessings to this family. I look forward to getting more active with you guys. Hey! You already know.
Yes.
You already know. This is what we do here, man. This is what we do here. Look, peace and blessings to you. September 3rd will be the return date, man. Coming back better than ever. You feel me? Now, um, so let's go ahead and get into this real quick. See what's the date? What's the relationship stat? Fellas, don't hit her up right away. She may not have room for this.
I
If you wasn't
mean,
listening, she's a woman about her business.
I'm actively dating.
Okay.
You know,
Actively dating. Meaning
yeah, you
there's
go on
someone
dates.
there, but oh, you go on dates.
You go on dates, you get to know people until you find your fit, your
Okay,
forever fit.
okay, okay. Now let me ask you a question before we even get to that point.
Hmm.
Is that something that you had to decide you were ready for, or you just kind of pushed yourself to get back out
I had to decide I was ready for it. Um, I had to go through some extensive healing, honey.
there?
I had to have
Ooh.
a come to Jesus moment. Let me stop. I ain't gonna do yay. But come to see, I had to really reevaluate some things and figure out who I really was for real at my big ass age, I know. But I had to figure out who I really was for real. What does love look like to me? What do I need in order to be fulfilled in a relationship? What are my standards? What are my boundaries? And then I said, okay, I'm ready.
I love that you asked that first question. What does love look like to you?
Hmm.
Do you know there's some people who ask that question and may not even know still to this day at their big ass age?
I
Because
know,
what they thought love was wasn't
right?
really love.
Hmm. Don't get me to preaching.
And then they get to find it out later on that like, I'll be damned. I lied to myself the whole time. Look, he
Exactly.
lied, but then you gotta be real with yourself. You lied to yourself too. You
Hmm.
you convinced yourself that this was as good as it was gonna get.
Right.
And you know why when people do that, most times they don't think they're worthy of anything better than that.
Exactly. They're associating their love and their pain.
Mm.
They don't go together real bad. Like folks be trying to make love and pain go together, but they don't go together. They don't.
Hey, love and pain. Love and pain go together when it comes to raising kids.
That part,
You want to
but
know the
not
truth?
romantically.
You want to know the truth? Nobody in this world is ever going to hurt you more than your own children.
Hmm.
Why? Because They're the only people on this world that you love, unlike anybody else on this planet.
Right.
And they don't have to love you back.
But they will.
They
But
will,
then
but they don't have to. You see what I'm
let
saying?
me
Like,
say this, because this was something I learned during my healing. Because I'm a mom, and they all gonna be bigger than me, and it's a lot for them to love me. However, there were expectations. When we place expectations on love and those we love, that's where that hurt come from. But
mm-hmm.
if you take the expectations, that's how I deal with a lot of my family. And I hope some of them watch this because they be like, how can she deal with me after I did and said, because I don't place the expectations, oh, you're my sister, you're supposed to, da 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 da, and you're my cousin, you're supposed to. I just look at them as people and love them, and they gonna love me back or they won't. But I don't expect anything.
What I learned about people, I love that you said all that. I really do. What I know about people is this: we've made it this far because we know one thing for damn sure: we know how to survive, self-preservation. And so when things
Mm-hmm.
get sticky, people more than likely will save themselves. You feel me? They'll save themselves before they'll save you, before they'll take one for you. That's all I ever trust people to do: to save yourself. Do what's best for yourself. If I find
Yeah.
anybody who can do anything outside of that, then you have my interest. You have my intrigue. And I'm just talking about as a person in general,
Mm-hmm.
to even make friends with. If
Yep.
I can find a person who can go outside of just thinking of themselves and saving themselves and making sure that if you can step outside of that, I might go rock with you.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Some
like
people,
what they say,
you
you're
know,
my tribe.
yep. It took me a minute to find my tribe, but I did. I looked up. But I mean, yeah, self-preservation that goes into healing and stuff too, because it's defined as something that naturally happens to protect self from a perceived threat. But if you unhealed, you might be triggered and threatened by anything. So,
Exact. That's what I mean. Some people don't realize what the threat is. And
mm-hmm.
because vulnerability, like for instance, vulnerability can be a threat to them.
Yep.
Why do they make me feel like I don't like the feeling I get when I'm around them? Like I'm unprotected. And I remember the
Mm-hmm.
last time I felt like this, and then other things are gonna start. This person ain't meant you no harm, but
Yep.
you ain't dealt with your shit either. So guess what?
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna
Holding
come
people
out.
accountable for stuff they ain't even did to you yet, instead of holding yourself accountable for holding on to that baggage for so long. But that's a different subject.
Yeah, because we can go deep, but it's because I honestly I had a response to the show that you did with Breaking Barriers when Adrian was asking a question about the whole looking at yourself when it comes to failed relationships.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and it was I'm gonna do this one. I'm sorry, I have to. I gotta get because it's been
Let's
my
get it.
memory. If you know anything about me, my memory is absolute. Like COVID tried to rob me of it. So when I can remember stuff, I'm excited.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, oh shit, I
You
can do
sure
it.
that
I
was
got it.
COVID?
Yes,
Show
because before then, I leaned so heavily on my memory.
it.
I, that's why I'm so terrible at really just note taking and writing anything down because I leaned
Mm-hmm.
heavily on it. Like if I was a rapper, I could be a Jay-Z or a Lil Wayne because my memory was that strong. Yeah, no, not now. Like seriously, I could cut an oven on and forget why I even cut it on.
Right.
Chicken sitting on the counter. but, but anyway, no, I heard him say if the last 5 relationships you were in they cheated, the common denominator is you. And you sit there and you can go, well, I ain't cheat. I ain't yada yada yada. It's not that you necessarily did anything.
Mm-hmm.
You checked yourself. Have you asked yourself? Maybe it's your selection choice.
It ain't even
Why
that.
why are you choosing people with those tendencies?
Why are you attracting that?
Yeah. And I don't think
Like,
people do that enough. They don't look at themselves enough for that.
honestly, it's because people have become so desensitized. This is the generation of the most sensitive ass, desensitized people
Say
ever,
it. Say it.
ever. And
Listen.
it's
Oh,
like,
let me give y'all the warning real quick. We are not here to offend anybody, but if you get offended, sorry in advance. We ain't pinpointing nobody. I promise you. With this panel right here, if we got something to say, we'll say it. We'll put a name on it. So trust me, nobody's coming for anybody. Now preach, sister, preach.
yeah, I
Wait
mean,
a
this is
minute,
the
my baby
most.
mama just stepped in the building. What up, baby mama? Baby
Hey,
mama,
baby
baby mama.
mama. But yeah, this is the most sensitive, desensitized generation. I can't even say generation because it's not just one generation. Because you know, a lot of people be like, "Oh, these new people." No, it's some of the more seasoned people as well. And it's
Mhm.
just like, and with that, nobody really wants to do the work because you're expecting something to fall in your lap or having you expecting it to happen. But when we're dating, when we're in our selection process, one, yes, one, it's how I say it. If they can't meet your bare minimum,
And bare minimum is
I mean, everybody's bare minimum is gonna be different. You
it
have
is.
some people whose bare minimum is like Juan said when we were on Breaking Berries. He said, just go to work.
Yep.
But if somebody can't meet your bare minimum, why are you expecting them to give you the sun and the moon and the stars and the rainbows and the sparkles? Like, so at that point, you are trying to force this person to fit into a box that they're not meant to hold that space in your life. And had you sat there and had the proper conversations, because love to me could mean somebody who buy me a bunch of things. It doesn't, by the way, but somebody who buy a bunch of things and do whatever I want to do or spoil me and this and that. But it could be something different to the other person. And if they don't mesh well, stop trying to make the other person, because 9 times out of 10, if everybody's cheating on you, you're not changing and you're wanting a different result, but you're trying to do the same thing over and over and over instead of saying, what's going on with me? Hold on. Because we're going to say this person was a school teacher. This person was a coach. This person was a counselor. This person might, be an executive. But if they all cheated on you, what what about you is making this, are you not settling? I don't like settling, but are you so used to being neglected that you think it's the norm? Do you not know what you really want for real? You
Pause.
know?
Pause. Cause I'm we gonna do this. We gonna hit this. We gonna take a quick 1 minute. Listen, 1 minute. I might give you 1:15. Y'all go get a refill on your drink real quick. Get your little snack. If you gotta take a quick pee break, do that. Come back here. This is IMO Podcast on BWNC Radio, Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. Don't move. I'm serious. We finna get into this shit for real. We'll be right back. Don't go nowhere. All right? We are back here. I am Woe Podcast. I'm your host, Dwayne Sutton, aka Woe. I got my girl C in the building with me. And you know this is I am Woe Podcast on BWNC Radio. That's right. Also, make sure you download that app. Because like I said, it ain't just for the podcast. The vibes are there. The music's there. All kinds of junk. I'm telling you, whatever you want, whenever you want it, download the app. It's free. It don't cost you nothing. But you're gonna get this work. Like I said, these podcasts are everywhere. Anyway, see how you feeling, man? We good?
Yeah, we could.
By the way, I hope they saw that. I showed you 5, and then I brought out the 6. That's a new addition to the family coming down this September. Dylan's Dive Bar. Shout out my girl Randy. She Talking Tea will be back in September as well. My girl Cole, who couldn't make it tonight, but she will be back with her own show in September. Underground Sports Kings is returning next month. That's right. Football is back. You think the Sports Kings ain't gonna be? Bruh, UGSK will be back on the mics doing what we does. I got somebody else in the lab. I'm telling you right now, I'm not playing. I'm not playing. I got a boxing / MMA guy who's also a former football player. So goddamn it, it ain't a sport you really can't touch. You used to play baseball as well. So anyway, loaded. Underground, I Am Will podcast, Breaking Barriers podcast, All Things Undone. She's actually taking a break for the month of August. She'll be back in September as well as Cheryl. Granny, she is. So anyway, man, stop playing with my folk. Me familia, we are out here. You heard? Now that we are back and we're going to get back in this, I love that she said this. I had to step back and ask that question. What question might she be asking? If every man is doing you wrong, 5, 6 relationships consecutively, they cheating on you, stealing money out your purse, being the adult male, excuse me, the adult age male, instead of a grown man. Why it keep happening? I'm gonna tell you like this, and I've said this plenty and plenty of times. I don't really know a lot of men like that. And if I do know people like that, you get the fuck from around me. My circle, we grown around here. You know what they say, birds of a feather? My circle handles business in the home, out the home. Take care of these kids, take care of the wives, take care, not that we have more than one wife. I mean, hey, but if that's what you rocking with, do your thing. And that's another thing too. Stop shitting on people who choose that lifestyle. They happy, you not. Anyway, um, I'm being real, man. Look, I'm sorry. I'm not a closed-minded individual. I'm a firm believer in we only got one life to live. Be happy. All right. So if your person has an S on the end, it's persons. Hey man, if we being honest with ourselves, God didn't really put a limit on love for us. Ask yourself a question, real question. Are you fully capable of loving more than one person? I bet you if you do a heart to heart, have a heart to heart, you'll find out that you actually can. You just don't allow yourself to. But that's a whole nother discussion. Anyway, um, see, I told you. Fuck up in the mind. I know that it gets to a point where you say, all right, multiple relationships, why they always doing me wrong? Stop, first of all, with the whole victim thing. I'm not saying that you're calling yourself one, but initially when you put yourself in that thought process, you're placing yourself in the victim seat. Why are they always doing me wrong? What did I do to deserve this? What have you done? You think you wake up in the morning and piss excellence because you gave him some pussy last night that he's gonna be faithful to you? Did you know that I can get pussy anywhere?
Yep. Especially if you got $40.
Did you know that I can get pussy anywhere without $40? Because I
Yep.
am woke. Anyway, but I don't know. I'm serious. It's statistically women outnumber men. Okay, we understand people's sexuality is different. Yada yada yada. Cool. So every woman who likes other women, There's also men who like other men. Women still outnumber men. I can get pussy anywhere, but just because you gave me some don't mean that you're doing everything it takes to keep me. How
This
you
is true.
talk to me? One of the biggest things when it comes down to being a man, you ask any man what he cannot go without. Well, he'll give up everything in this world to make sure he has. He ain't gonna say his money. He ain't even say his woman. You know what he gonna say? It's peace. My
Mm-hmm.
peace means more to me than anything else. I'll walk away from this. I'll walk away from that. Because you're not finna take that away from me.
Right.
I don't care how well you fuck me. I go get some mid. She know how to talk nice to me.
Mm-hmm. You better say that.
We're not asking for nobody to be our mama. Just treat us like we decent human beings. Like even when we mess up, it don't have to be no lecture.
Mm-hmm.
I don't need to be called a little egghead boy or whatever little funny name you got to say that you also say to your son.
Yep.
Because you get and you feel like it has to be something where you start to check yourself, man. Not only
Mm-hmm.
even if it ain't that, did you give him the space to be a man? Do you know how
Mm-hmm.
important that is?
Yep. A lot of women want to be niggas.
You wanna you wanna ask a man to be a man, but in the situation because you're so used to doing things, you don't really necessarily. If he's not used to dealing with you and he doesn't know what your expectations are,
Mm-hmm.
I knew he was coming. What up, folk? What up, folk? Nah, I ain't asking too much. I'm speaking the truth. Come on
No.
now. Um, but if he doesn't know what your expectations are or whatever, I mean, like I've heard some people say, well, I'm only gonna ask one time.
Mm-mm.
People have shit on their plate. Again, I got bad memory, so you might have to ask me twice. You won't be a third time. But if you have to ask more than once and then you belittle me, degrade me, because you feel like I just should have known.
Hmm.
You knew. You didn't even bother to ask me. And you gonna make me feel like I ain't shit just because I didn't know?
Yep.
That's what I said. So you gotta sit back and you just gotta ask yourself the hard questions.
Mm-hmm.
Not only what did you do to do, what didn't you do?
Yeah. What is it on the inside of you? And it goes both ways, cause you know
Mm-hmm.
we like I said, it's a lot of people, you know, on both ends that are just unhealed little children and grown up bodies with big ass ages and wide backs and whatnot.
Oh,
So
I gotta see this. Something your dick can't fix everything.
exactly, and honestly, this
If
is
you more
this is
impressed with
my
your dick than she is, you got a problem first and
a
foremost.
fundament. There's a fundamental issue, bro.
Wait,
Uh,
Brittany, you see this? Why?
hmm
Why would she want to go be with somebody else?
right,
First of all,
because
you hype about it. Chill out, calm down.
I mean, this is my philosophy on dating. So, if you want, I'm speaking for monogamous people because you know we got people who aren't that way, and you know that's their business. However, if you get into a relationship with this person too soon, we're gonna say if you rush into it, y'all done bump nasties after dark and all that, and it felt good, and y'all go
Not the
together real bad now.
not the bump nasty. Wait, go together right after doing it?
Yeah, that's what a lot of people. That's why they in these situationships, but
That's
that's a
called
different
lust.
story.
That's called
Hmm
lust.
So you know they get into these situations because something feel good right then.
Right.
But what if person A, we're gonna say this is Mr. A, he needs certain things to feel whole in a relationship, right?
Mm-hmm.
But what he needs to feel whole, he just needs to be able to come, like you said. We're gonna use your example. He needs to be at peace. Men
Mm-hmm.
already have societal pressure on them every day when they walk outside. They gotta protect, they gotta lead, they gotta provide. He shouldn't be at war when he come home. I don't feel like that's too much to ask for at all. He should be able to come tell you about his day, XYZ. Don't make him no weaker, anything like that. So that's all he needs is just peace. Cook for him every now and then. Make sure he don't have to look for tissue to wipe his ass and stuff like that when he get home. He's pretty simple. You know what I'm saying?
Gotcha.
We're gonna say Miss B. She might want you to do XYZ. Oh, I want you to buy me this, take me here, do this, do that. Already unequally yoked. But since they got into it because it felt good at the time, now you in this situationship. Y'all don't even like each other.
That's called
Y'all just,
tolerating.
yeah, y'all don't even like each other because y'all ain't do the work. You didn't do the work to make sure they aligned. So Mr. A is only getting, I'm gonna give her a hot 60% of what he needs to feel whole, 100%, right? So when you think about why you're getting cheated on, the man ain't asking you for much. Just be his helpmate, an asset, have his back, be his peace. He not really asking you for much. He only getting, hey Tay. He not really, asking for much at all. You only giving him 60% though. So when you got Keisha, that's 10%. Sabrina, that's another 10%. You know what I'm saying? It's that much easier because you're not doing what he needs. And it goes both ways and vice versa. But had A and B made sure they aligned, we wouldn't be having these issues.
Wouldn't need no extra bodies.
Had A and B came together and been whole people themselves before trying to come into a relationship to make them whole, wouldn't be having them issues.
Wouldn't be causing no trauma down the line.
Yeah, wouldn't be having to tolerate somebody. You pay, hey Taisha, hey sis.
Hey man, let me tell y'all something, bro. It's the worst thing in the world when you are tolerating somebody or being tolerated and you don't even know it. You don't even know it. Like when you finally realize you're being tolerated, you're gonna feel like an absolute fool. I've seen.
Mm-hmm.
Let me see. Been with someone for a year or two. Should have been
He
over a
gets
couple
it.
months, but we had sex. Missed the logic.
He gets it.
Hey, listen. I understand sex can be. That's why they say sex can complicate things
Mm-hmm.
because it also depends on which is your strongest organ, and depending on where you at in life, sometimes your sexual organ can run it.
Yep.
Um, but you got to know what your intentions are when you're dealing with people. People got to also be on. We talked about on here many and many a times the intentions of what it is. Like you said, you're actively dating, so that's what you want to actually look for. Is somebody who also is interested in being active in the dating field. Um,
Mm-hmm.
if you have somebody who's really just, oh, I'm just looking to just make friends. I don't really want anything serious. I don't really, I don't really want to get involved with sex or anything like that. I just want to go out and have fun. You
Yeah.
have to actually. This is something that's going. But he has to be strong enough, or she has to be strong enough to admit things like that.
Mm-hmm.
I'm coming in with the bullshit plan, bro.
Exactly. And then when somebody tell you the truth,
Toleration turns into
stop
resentment.
trying to. Yes, sir.
You know what? That's another thing too. Let's do it. We got ladies here tonight. Let's go ahead and do it. Y'all have given men too much credit. I've said this over and over again, but goddamn, we're gonna have the conversation one more time. Sometimes men
One thing.
have come in and been absolutely honest about what they want in a relationship.
Exactly.
And
Exactly.
I have seen and heard it for myself from other women say, well, I took that as he meant something else, like he had
Uh-uh.
a different agenda. That's your thought process. That should let you know about yourself.
Yourself.
You have hidden meanings behind things. That is not how most men operate. When we actually tell you shit,
Take it
that's
at
what we
face
meant.
value.
We're really simple creatures.
Mm-hmm.
We honestly, because like you was mentioning, this person, Miss B, and then Sabrina, and at a certain age, we don't need all that shit in our life. I gotta
Mm-mm.
maintain that.
Right.
I'm not gonna sit here and because again, 2023, this is like I'm so thankful I'm married right now. This is a whole
I
new
tell
ball.
people, if you stay in that, stay in that, make it work.
This is a whole new ball game out here. I don't want no parts of none of
Mm-hmm.
this. Um,
Mm-mm.
but everybody requires if you're gonna be with me, you got to spend X, Y, and Z, wear Y, X, Y, and Z, drive X, Y, and Z. We only eat here. Like I seen that video of that lady. She wanted I forgot the steakhouse. She wanted the dude to take what he cooked at the house, cooked her steaks and everything, and she shitted on him. Bro, she let you
Funny
know
for
why
the
she
young.
here. She said it's about because you lied to me. You told me you was taking. He said I could take you that nigga. I really just wanted to do something nice for you.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like it's nothing to spend money, but that depends on the person's perspective.
Exactly. Have the
It's nothing to
conversation.
spend money. You know what's more valuable than money? Time. I lose money, I can make more. I lose
Yep.
time, that's it.
And getting it back.
At all.
Mm-mm.
At all. Um, so no, I'm so grateful. So grateful I'm not out here with that.
Yeah.
But give
Baby, say
men
less.
credit. We are not as complicated. We're not as complicated as you may. He got to be
Mm-mm.
hiding something. He got to be doing.
That means you need to go to your prayer closet and heal, sis. Because why are you trying to hold him accountable for some shit he ain't did yet and probably ain't gonna even do?
Because the last three did. Or the
Okay, go
last
in
one
that
was
prayer.
so bad that you
Mm-hmm.
can't forgive nobody else.
That means wait until you're ready. To anybody who is listening, let me do the infomercial. If this is you, please go down to CVS, Walgreens, Walmart, Dollar Tree, Dollar Store, and invest in a journal. Write it out. Figure out who you are. What do you really need? And if you don't know, make it up until it makes sense to you.
I'll make it easier. Even if you're not a writer, you're not a big reader, that's cool. Bring your ass on this podcast. We'll talk.
Yeah, we're
And if
gonna
you
tell
don't want
you
to get in
about
front of
it.
all these people and talk like this, inboxes are wide open. IMO Podcast on Facebook, on Instagram, on Twitter. Holla. We can have a
And
conversation.
you can even book a healing and forgiveness session with me.
Get you a coach. Yes.
Yes,
Yeah.
because that it because a man will tell you, I don't, maybe it's just me. A man will tell me what any of my male friends will tell you. They could tell me anything. I'm not gonna judge you. We finna run it. I'm gonna take it for what you're telling me. Now, if you prove me something different, we're gonna have a different discussion. Now, why you hadn't said that when you knew you meant this?
GG.
But but it's just like a man will tell you, I'm not really looking for anything. Or what happens, you might get with a man who is just not ready to settle. Stop trying to make him, sis. Because while you're trying to make such and such sit down with you, somebody else is waiting for somebody like you. He might even be willing to meet you right where you are and help you and love you through it.
Angel said
So
excuse.
it's just, you know, I don't know fear, but me and fear, we don't know each other, we ain't acquainted. But that's me. Some
Hey,
people are fearful of what's on the other side of the unknown. But if you're having those issues to where you run into a good guy, before you break his heart, before you waste his time, work on yourself, sis. Same
fella,
thing for the brothers.
fellas, yeah.
If you see her, I'm out of town, thugging with my rounds. Don't don't try to change her. She's showing you her colors. Don't try to repaint them.
Brown
Move
and
out of
pink
the way.
colors.
Just move around. It's
Or you can paint
simple.
them white and keep moving.
Because what's happened is, we ain't gonna say men, we gonna say
Adult males.
the adult males by definition.
Yeah.
On paper, it's easy for them to lie. They just gonna lie. They gonna tell you what you want to hear versus being honest with you because you've shown that you're not fucking with the truth for real.
But pay attention, ladies, because them adult males is the one that's messing it up for real men. That's why it's hard for you to find
Mm-hmm.
them, because you can't seem to understand the difference between a grown man and an adult male. And then when they break your trust, and you keep choosing these adult males, and they break your trust again, and you keep choosing and they break your trust again. Now you want to lump all asses in there together. That's not how that
Mm-hmm.
works.
Discernment
And what I told Adrian, what I tell you, lad, she said, "Where all the good men at home,
at home. Yep.
minding my motherfucking business." That's what I'm good at. That's what I'm good at.
Yeah, it's not as complicated as, people want to make it. Um but yeah, sensitive and desensitized at the same damn time.
That's it, man. Do the work. Do the work. Do the work. And be self-aware, self-alert. But I know this now. Um, One way or another, my people, we gonna be happy.
Mm-hmm.
We gonna be happy. Find
I
what makes you
receive it.
happy in life. I actually want to get into that before we even just wrap this all. But find what makes you happy in life. Um, some people love to travel. You know, some really, like, for instance, the thing that puts a smile on your face nonstop. I always tell people, I'm good at a lot of things. I ain't never really been great at too much of anything except being a father. My kids, I can't. Even when I mess up, I still can't fail.
Yeah.
I hold myself to a whole different standard when it comes to being a father than anything else in this world. And if
Salute
you
to
love
all the
your kids
fathers.
that much, you find a way to invest that love in them. Not just necessarily financially, but their time in. Do whatever it takes. I understand some of you going to want to run into situations where it's not going to be that easy. Just know we'll feel your pain. But you don't let anybody run you off from what you're destined to be.
Mm-hmm.
If God put it in you to be a great father, then that's what you do by any means necessary. You go through, walk on water, you go through the fire, whatever it takes. Because again, lust got you in a situation anyway.
A situationship. And can I add on to that?
Do it.
First of all the good fathers, I salute y'all. We appreciate y'all. But to the females, let that man see his kids.
And it's not for the sake of it's not even for the sake of the man.
It's
You don't
for the
even know the trauma
children.
you're creating for your own child.
Let
That
that
child
man
ain't got
see his
nothing to do
kids.
with y'all past relationship.
Right.
He didn't hurt you. He didn't, or she didn't break your heart. They had nothing to do with what went wrong in y'all relationship. But when you take your anger out on your child, you're punishing your child,
Mm-hmm.
not that man. And you say, I can do whatever, I can buy whatever. That does not replace
It
his
does
father
not
or
replace
her
the
father.
father.
It
It
doesn't.
does not replace the father. And I know it's conditional, situational, you know, everybody's situation ain't able. But this is to the women whose kids have dads who are trying to be present in any capacity. Let that man see his kids.
And I'm gonna go back to it. Because everybody ain't a good father. And if you know you don't give a shit about them kids, keep your dick to yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Keep your dick to yourself. Because now, like I said, you out here creating children, but you're also making this woman's life hard.
Very much so.
Because again, I've seen it. You know what I'm saying? I have family members who are out here doing it on their own.
Yep.
I know people in my life. There are women I love in my life to this day. Children ain't spent nan lick of time with they father, they blood father.
Mm-hmm.
Told you, Uncle won't love the kids. So if you're in my circle, you already know what it is. Already. I ain't gonna let them. Nah. If I can do anything, I'm gonna
Yep.
do it. But at the same time, man, if you ain't built to be a father, keep your dick to yourself or just stay the fuck away from these women.
Mm-hmm.
who actually would like to have a family.
Say that.
You feel me? We just gotta stop bullshitting. Just be honest. If all you want is sex, man, y'all go take y'all ass over there to Tinder or whatever these little apps are. I've heard
Mm-hmm.
so many different names. I don't know what this shit is. Again, I'm
They out
so
there.
glad.
They out
I'm
there.
so glad I'm not out in these streets. Yeah.
Trying to tell you. Ain't nothing out here but lemon pepper wings and disappointment.
First of all, I love them. Anyway, man.
I'm
But
telling
no,
you.
we just got to do a better job of just identifying ourselves. Stop hiding behind the man. We already know, man. People gonna send a representative when you meet, but just do a better job. You know what I'm saying,
Of
of letting
discernment.
your third eye work for you.
Use that discernment. And
There
your
you go.
discernment gonna be off if you don't heal, sis. If you don't heal, bro.
I don't give a shit. Stop looking for what he drove. Don't look for the car keys. Stop looking for the print. Stop looking to see if them Gucci loafers on his feet or whatever it is. Stop looking for all that other shit. If you want materialistic shit, that's what you're gonna get.
Mm-hmm.
You will get, like they talk about it, in church. Be specific with your prayer. All right. They also mention that now that don't mean go out. I want them to be 6'2", have, 8. That's another thing Courtney wanted to make sure we met. These crazy expectations when it come to dating. This ain't
Mm.
build a man. Like what you
It ain't no. It's not. It's just not. Burger King like that. And the
preach.
thing is,
There you go.
yes. Mm-hmm. The sacrifice because
People want relationships but don't want the sacrifice that comes with it. It's
it's
work.
work. It is literally work.
It's work.
Um, you know, y'all be so caught up in the relations part of it, y'all ain't read the hooked on phonics might help. You ain't worry about it's the relationship. There has to be a bond. There has to be understanding from both ends. But you have to make sure that this is even a space that you're meant to be in. Know your place in people's life and don't try to change anybody that's not wearing a diaper.
What you say, Gigi? Is keeping children from their father. They will grow up and hate their father. I never kept my children from their dad. That was his choice. But in the end, that's part of why my son is not here. Men should wrap it up, and women should just use some type of protection. Oh, first of all, Gigi, it's all love. And
Mm-hmm.
I ain't gonna lie to you, I never got to meet him. I kind of wish I really, I ain't gonna say I really wish I had. All I've been doing since I've been doing this podcast is trying to improve the level of communication amongst men. Like we're not the best in that area. Okay. I've been hard on us to say we suck in the past. I ain't gonna say we suck. I said we're not the best in that area. Some areas we are actually good. Sometimes people are just terrible listeners. But we're not the best in that area, and it's not always relationship wise. Sometimes it's with our kids, it's with coworkers, friends, family members. And I've been working my ass off to improve that, to try to do what I can, because I watched too many good people, men and women, lose families, friends, loved ones, because they didn't know what to say, what to do, how to communicate properly.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing makes me squirm more. You ever watch some of these little TV shows and you see the guy gets blamed for messing up with the woman, and really he was doing something to help her, but because he just wouldn't open his mouth and say what it was, because he was trying to really protect her
Mm-hmm.
feelings too, because she don't need to know this truth. She gonna
Mm-hmm.
lash out at it, and that makes me so uncomfortable. Bro, just say it,
Yeah, it's
and
not
he's
that
gonna lose out on
easy though.
everything. But in order to protect you, I gotta be present in your life. I've learned that the hard way. Protecting somebody doesn't necessarily mean walking away is the best option.
Mm-hmm.
They're still going to be vulnerable and open to any and everything else that's going to come there. If you truly have it, your best interest is to protect this person. I'm not leaving you. So even if the truth is going to hurt, we're going to stand on this shit, but we're going to stand on it together.
Right.
And I'm gonna love you, and I'm gonna nurture you through all of this pain,
Mm-hmm.
because it's my job is to protect you that way.
Right.
But my silence is not a form of protection. In the
Mm-hmm.
case of a relationship, yeah, That's what that is. Your silence is not a form of protection.
Right. But let
You
me
can't
say this.
protect it about it distant.
Yeah. But also, us as women have to create a safe space for our men to tell us things. If he don't know what's gonna send you, he not gonna say it. And how can you expect the man? A lot of black men, because I can't speak for you know, but they grew up in households and situations to where they did not feel heard. When they cried, it was suck it up. You're being weak.
Oh yeah.
When speaking on emotions, you're being weak. So, as a collective, as a culture, we have to be able to come together as a cohesive unit. It's my fancy word for it. You know, we as women, we have to create that space. We can't be G.I. Jane all the time. If that man is hurting, discernment, the same woman's intuition that made you go through JoJo's phone should tell you that your man is hurting, should tell you that there's something unspoken that needs to be said. You have to create the space to have the conversation to address those elephants in the room.
Well, that depends on what you're looking for. Because what they say, you're gonna always find what you're looking for. If your heart
Yeah.
is on love and you looking to heal and you looking to make the best version of this man by being the best version of yourself, then you will find that
Mhm.
that man needs you and he needs to talk to you and he's struggling with communicating.
Right.
So you're gonna find a way to create a safe space for him. But if you so used to BS
Hmm.
and all you think is everybody's sneaky, why they always gotta take their, did you know sometimes men just take their phone with them because they tired of you going through this shit? They know you go in their phone. And it's so bad now. I've seen the little skits or whatever, but I'm like, that's the same thing you do with your kid. Matter of fact, some of y'all probably need to do it more with your kid than your man. Give me your phone. Let me see.
Hmm.
Stop asking a grown man for that. Ask your child. Because you want to know what? A lot of the shit that he get in trouble for, he finding in that phone.
Yep.
Shit being real with
Yep.
you. But that is humiliating when you think about it. Why am I being treated the same way as a 10-year-old?
As a child, exactly. Exactly.
Let me see your
That.
phone.
Hmm. That
And
goes back into building a bond. The foundation got to be right for one. Cause I don't want to be sticks and bones and stuff. I'm going through somebody's phone and I'm just sick. No, you
like I
can't.
said,
It's
you'll
you
find
don't
what you're
need
looking
to be
for.
there. You just if you gotta do all that, that's just not the space for you. And understand that you are in the way of who's supposed to be in that spot.
I'll say this. You got to be able to have the uncomfortable and the comfortable conversations. This is also how you find the best version of your relationship, your marriage, or whatever it may be.
Right.
Um, because even if it is, you have a thing about monogamy. Guess what? Have the conversation. She
Right.
might be okay with it. He might be okay with it. You know, because it's something. I personally believe nobody's perfect, so you gonna really have to outweigh it. It's not settling. It's just understanding there are some things I can and some things I can't deal with.
Hmm.
And you have to outweigh the good with the bad. And if you look at it, you say, hey, it's way more good than bad. I can
Right.
deal with this. Um,
Exactly.
he's honest enough to let me know he has a problem with monogamy.
Hmm.
My thing is, you say, well, can I trust him? Well, he told you from jump, and he ain't even
Yeah.
done it. He ain't cheated or nothing, but he's let you know. So since he's been honest with you that part, could you tolerate it if he's, I don't know, maybe honest when he's starting to feel an itch? Maybe you could
Hmm.
help him with it. I don't know, but it's all about how you view it, how your perspective. I know some people, well, that's just now. I ain't know. Again,
They stay busy.
y'all been dealing with little Pookie who been stealing out your purse, sitting up
Hmm.
in your house, eating the kids noodles and
They
Lunchables and
fruit
drinking
snacks.
up all the juices and the fruit snacks,
Yep.
playing Fortnite and Madden all night. He 32 years old.
Right.
Hey, let me use your car real quick. I'm gonna go around here and drop some diapers out to my baby
Mm-hmm.
mama.
Where exactly? And it's if that
Oh, you
man
got twenty
tells
dollars I can borrow to buy some diapers. First of all, diapers. Have you seen how much they cost? Anyway,
hmm yeah, if that man tells you this is who I am, this is what I'm on, take the cape off and stop feeling like you're dun da da super changing in my
yeah, 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 yeah.
and if you okay with that, you rocking with that. And if you're not, Vanessa is.
That's it. But just have the
Get
conversations,
out the
man.
way.
Have the conversations. You know what I'm saying? If you have a certain lifestyle that you accustomed to, I don't want to tell them I don't want to run him off. Be honest, because I'm telling you right now, if you don't, it's gonna creep in and you're gonna work the dog shit out there, man, trying to keep up with your habits.
Mm-hmm.
And then when he realized that, you know what's gonna come up in his mind, I'll never be enough. I'll never be good enough. I can never
Right.
fulfill her because all she ever wants is more. I gotta keep up with this and
Mm-hmm.
this and that because she likes to keep up with the Joneses.
Exactly.
And then that's gonna
When
turn
she a
into
Jefferson.
resentment. Man,
Let's be for it. It's just, and if you have those kind, like me personally, done having kids, right?
yeah,
So when I meet a man that don't have no kids, I'm more inclined to be like, you do that and it disappears because I never want you to be in a position to where that's a desire of yours, and I know I'm not going to be able to do that for you. I'm just not. So it's a conversation I have in the beginning, and someone be like, "Oh, you got three is good." Now I don't believe you because one day when all mine are gone in a few years, that's where resentment comes from, and resentment is worse than
hey,
a lot of things.
hey, I'm in the 40 and up club. We don't think like that around here no more. My way of thinking is if the good Lord says so, then it'll happen. Until then, I
But it's
ain't
just,
worried about it. I got two high schoolers and I'm chilling.
it's really just it's just that simple. It's better to say it and let somebody make that decision of whether they gonna mess with it or not, than
That's
to
it.
not say it.
And I think that's the biggest thing is allow me to have my choice. Let me be able to
Mm-hmm.
make my own decisions. And I want to do the same thing for you. Nothing makes me feel less than a man than having somebody rob me of being able to make my own decisions.
Right.
That because you can't tell me what I can't handle. You really don't. I've given you what you need to know, but you have no idea of every single detail of what I've been through. So you don't know what I can handle.
Mm-hmm.
For instance, if you have a history of sexual abuse in your past, and that has molded you into the person you are today, now if you've done the work on that, blessings. If you have not, I encourage you to do so. But either way, whether you have or haven't, if I'm your man, I deserve to know
Mm-hmm.
because I need to know how to handle you. And if you don't
Exactly.
tell me that, and I mishandle you, all I'm gonna think is I messed up, I fumbled. When all along you had the instructions, you just never gave them to me.
Mm-hmm.
So you robbed me of what I could have done, how great I could have been, or how great we could have been, because you
Yep.
didn't trust me enough to have that conversation with me.
Right. And then it's just a lot of women have that societal pressure. I gotta be this by this age, and I have to have this by that age. So they have that in the back of their mind, and they're rushing, trying to do everything. But that's a big one. If you can't have that conversation, what type of relationship? Like, are y'all really where y'all think y'all are?
It ain't real.
Mm-mm.
If we cannot have the tough discussions, we can't have the hard conversations. We can't deal with
That's it.
the raw honest truth. It's not real. I don't
That's
care if you're
it.
married or not. Your marriage is not real if y'all can't have the honest. If you can't talk to your wife about what's real, you
Mm-hmm.
can't talk to your husband. Your marriage is a fraud.
Yep. The
No,
foundation was rocky from the start.
I'm just being honest with you, and I know I'm like, oh, he married. He said, I'm a two. No, no, I took my L before. You
Yeah,
feel me? I
it's
done
just
done my
that
paperwork
simple.
before, so I know what bad relationships and bad marriages look like. Trust me when I tell you this. Have the hard conversations.
Exactly.
Have them, and if this person they and just because they don't agree with you or don't like it doesn't necessarily mean that they think you're a bad person or it's not gonna work.
Right.
Two things can be true. How you feel may be true. I may not like it. That's the truth for me
Mhm.
too. But can we work past it? Is it a
Mhm.
deal breaker? And that's
Right.
that's how that conversation looks. And if we can
Mhm.
work past that, hey man, do you think?
Exactly.
Let's
It's
go
it's
be let's go
really
be great.
communication and comprehension, effective listening skills.
Come on with it. See that?
It's really it's a simple recipe. It's really a simple recipe to make it work. You remember that time I was married? I was a horrible wife, okay? Horrible.
Mm,
Absolutely unbearable. I wouldn't have wanted to be married to me. But looking back on it now, I know because I did the work.
I was gonna say, you know how strong you ought to admit that.
I listen. Poster child for horrible, okay? I ain't know how to talk to him. I was gonna demean him. It was like, I'm tougher than you. At one point, he told me, you too hard.
Mm,
But in being where I was and standing where I was at that time, I had to be. I had the mentality of having to be. You know, I didn't know how to turn that off, and I'm glad I didn't because I was horrible, but he wasn't much. He wasn't no better. Now, had I known what I know now back then, we wouldn't have been married as long as we was. We probably would never got married.
say that.
But it's just that's something, and I'm never gonna get up here and tell somebody to do something I ain't willing to do.
There you
And I'm gonna tell you some jokes, but I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm gonna say a jokey joke. We gonna laugh, but I ain't gonna lie to you now.
go.
You know, I did the work. Did it take me some time? Yes. But when people
That's okay.
disappoint us, they lack the desire or the resources.
But that's
It's
the
too
crazy
many
part.
motherfucking resources out here. So why are you lacking the desire to know better, do better?
I'm proud of you. I just want to say I'm proud of you. I love the work that
Thank
you've done. I definitely encourage others to, and I love that you're encouraging others to do it. I've
That's what
done
Booker
work.
said.
I've done hard work on myself. And as much as I want to be upset about this person did X, Y, and Z, what part did I play in it? I
Mm-hmm.
allowed certain things to happen because I was trying to be this and this and that. And they wouldn't have been able to hurt me if I had not given them that access. If I had not, made myself into something I'm not. I
All
lost all
right.
sense of myself trying to be somebody and be something I damn sure ain't. I know who I am now more than ever. I love who I am now more than ever. I'm very proud of the man that I've become. I am not perfect. Still a lot
All
more growth to
right.
do, but I've dealt with my shit.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna keep doing it. I'm on. That's what we like to say on here. We're big hip hop fans, but me and DT, we call it the Ti versus Tip moment. Get in that
Yep.
mirror and really be real with yourself about what you see. Do you like
Facts.
the person that you're looking at? Is this the person that you strive to be on a day to
Mm-hmm.
day basis? And it's not even just in a relationship. As a mother, as a father, as a son, daughter, a brother, sister, is this the person you strive to be on a day to day basis?
That's it.
Or are you honest with yourself to say, I want to talk to you, shout it, because you be tripping sometimes. Like,
Mm-hmm.
like Ti versus Tip moment for real.
You gotta get on your. You gotta be able to call your shit the way it is, like you do everybody else. I don't know who needs to hear that, but that's for somebody.
Now, we have done all the hard work. let's go ahead and put a pretty bow on this thing. See, where can the people find you?
Catherine Celestino on Facebook. Website is www.touchofserenitybyc.com. Like I said, I do healing and forgiveness coaching, spiritual advising. I can get your graphics together, snatch your wig, whatever you need. I got you.
This what
Um,
you gonna do for me. You gonna email me all that,
I
and we
got
gonna
you.
put that up on the I Am Woe Media Group page and the I Am Woe podcast page, which everybody who's tuning in tonight or listening tonight should be liking, following, subscribing, all the above, and
Mm-hmm.
tell your mom, Paul, and whoever else that you know need this work. Come get this work.
Yep.
But give me out, send me all that in the email. We're gonna put all that up on the page, man. Make sure people can find you. Um,
Sure.
I see in you what I've seen for myself. I know we all have our own mission. God has placed in each of us some things to do, some work to do, and you can either run from it or you can get to it.
Right.
And the girl I first met, she was running.
Listen, they don't know. Listen, you met me. Whew,
This one right here, this
yeah.
is a grown ass woman who's sitting her head down, like I got you. Let's go to work, God.
Yes,
Man,
yes,
that's
yes.
right there. That's amazing right there. Like I said, I'm proud of you.
Thank you.
You gonna come back?
Yeah, just let me know.
I got you. I
Let
got
me
you. I
know.
got you. I got you. You always welcome here, man. Um, and anybody who, like I said, man, if you got questions, comments, um, I am one podcast, YouTube, excuse me, Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. Inbox is open, man. We have an open discussion, open dialogue. You want to actually talk, you don't show, let me know, man. Like hell, even during show, I can bring you on right here. Talk it out. Let's go.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I can make it happen. All you do is let me know. Um, but don't be scared. Don't get on here tiptoeing around it. You see, we ain't done that. We gonna get straight to it. But thank you for joining us tonight. Like I said, man, DT and Co. Bruh held it down, you know. And this is the season finale of I Am One Podcast. Y'all make sure, y'all make sure September 3rd, when we come back, I need you, your mama, your siblings, your best friend, whatever, man. Watch parties need to be going up. We need to get this thing popping because as y'all can see here, with what y'all saw with us tonight, we doing the work. We gonna have
Yep.
fun while we do it. And it's gonna be more and more coming. We're gonna have more guests coming down the pipeline. But we coming, 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 coming. I got some names I ain't even dropped. Y'all don't know, man. I got shit in the bag. I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm getting lined up, man. Um, but nah, thank y'all for the love. Thank you for the support. Um, thank you for spreading the word. Actually, continue to do so. Podcast audio versions will be out there. The videos will be all over. Like I said, every last one of our 6 shows will always air on the I Am Woe Media Group. So you ain't got no excuse for missing anything. See, any last words for the people before we get out of here?
Do the work. Let's heal. Let's go.
That's it. You heard her. Do the work. Let's heal. Let's go. And I'm with you on the let's go part. Like I said, on behalf of my counterparts, man, DT, Cole, my girl C, thank you for joining us tonight. BWNC
No
Radio, thank you
problem.
for showing love, man. We are going to be back next season. September 3rd is going down. This has officially been a wrap. I Am One Podcast. I'm Dwayne Sutton, and I'm out this month. You heard?
All
Let's
right.
go.